This is Mark Johnson from Loyalty 360, welcoming you to our ongoing thought leadership series in loyalty. Today we have Paul Gordon. Paul is Vice President of Sales for Rymax Marketing Services. Under Paul's direction, the sales division is responsible for developing innovative loyalty programs, merchandise rewards, and events on a national and global level that initiate consumer trial, create retention, and attain high returns. Paul oversees the growth of key accounts, develops new client relationships, and strategically aligns Rymax exclusive and national brand partners with an assortment of incentive programs. Paul, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to be here.
What will be the biggest challenge for marketing in the next 3 to 5 years?
I think there are really four very specific things that are going to be the primary challenge. One is communication, and what communication vehicles are going to be most impactful, and how do you get the greatest share of voice within that communication. It changes very rapidly. People need to know what platform makes the most sense. The second thing is the tool. What tool actually works best? We know that in the workforce, people are actually on social media, even though the organization may not believe so. So how do you finally embrace that? Work on their smartphones, get that information. Third thing is retention. There's so much information that is being bombarded to employees, consumers, you name it. And the ability to retain their interest in a program, understanding what the goals are, understanding what the rewards are, is really very critical. And the fourth thing is that I think we have to really come to terms with the shifting demographic in the workplace. Specifically, the millennials are going to be taking over. The boomers are going to start to really retire out. And that core group has much different needs, desires, and really expectations in terms of what makes a program or marketing a program the best.
Give us a high-level overview of your customer philosophy and share how this perspective helps drive more effective engagement and therefore better marketing outcomes.
Well, the very first thing is that I think that the core to all good marketing is curiosity. You have to be curious about what motivates people to take an action and what's going to actually drive them to do and create the desirable results for you. And one of the things that we really find lacking is that oftentimes people start to get into just the punch the clock mode. So marketing and being curious and tweaking and not just saying, well, it didn't work last year, because last year, quite frankly, is irrelevant, I think is very, very important. Respect for the target, whether it's a consumer or an employee, is key. I think that manufacturers and also in the workforce, oftentimes they take that target for granted. It's our customer, it's our employee, we know what's best for them. The reality is that that changes very rapidly, and you need to make sure that you're really in tune with that. Engagement at all levels. What I mean by that is communication. You can have the world's greatest program out there, but if it's not communicated to the entire base that you're talking to and repeatedly brought up to engage them in terms of the communication, it's lost. Nimble to react to trends. There's never been a time where products and brands are more volatile, and so you really need to make sure your platform is able to receive that type of situation. And then lastly is immediate gratification that's long-lasting. People don't really want to wait for things. They want to get it. They want to get it now. And when it comes to brands, since brands are so transient, you really need to get something that's very quick and hot and in their hands quickly.
How do brands effectively engage individuals in this diverse and data-intense ecosphere?
Well, aspirational rewards are all brand-driven, and people want things that have a brand associated with it, and they want things that are substance. They're very easily able to find out exactly what something costs or what the value is. So you want to make sure that it's something that's substantial, so they feel that their reward is recognizing whatever they did to achieve that certain goal. In terms of brands, it's a cultural extension. We just got through the awards period, Grammys a couple of weeks ago, Academy Awards coming up. And from swag bags to what the celebrities are wearing and talking about, that's all within that social media confines. So brand becomes very, very important there. The right brands break through the clutter. So the other thing, too, is you can't really just simply gravitate towards what's the latest and greatest. You really want to have good brands that have brand equity and really are institutional, mixed in with maybe some that are a little bit more transient and hot for the moment.
Loyalty 360 believes in a process of expectation matching. The understanding that consumers' expectations change based on their engagement with the brand and the stage of their consumer life cycle. Brands struggle with this dynamic and idea, yet they still want to put it in practice. Do you have any advice for marketers?
Well, first of all, if I had all the answers, I would probably be the greatest guru in marketing, because things just change so quickly. But I will tell you, in a program, you do need the strong mix of institutional brands and transient brands, which I just discussed. The rewards within a brand purchase, I think, are very, very critical. What I mean by that is, keep them engaged in terms of if they're buying a product. Years ago, we started with a soft drink company and created a rewards program, and it really built up a long, loyal following and really created a very strong program for them. You need to stay true to the brand message and what the image is. I'm a firm believer my entire career of segmentation and concentration. And specifically, the market is so diverse, you need to segment into various quadrants and then really concentrate what that message is. But always stay core to that message, because that's where the brand has its greatest long life, not by a product, but by the brand overall.
Thank you very much, Paul, for your amazing insight today. We look forward to hearing more from you in 2013.
Great, thanks, I appreciate it.